This video is lesson 8 of the Hands-on Equations learning system. And in this lesson, you're going to be introduced to a new game piece, this white pawn. And this white pawn will be represented by the notation of an X with a horizontal line through it. And we will call the white pawn the star. And the star, the white pawn, is governed by the same rules that apply to the blue pawn, the X-man. For this lesson, we're only going to be using the white pawns, the stars. So pretty much the only thing that you're doing new in this lesson is just getting accustomed to the notation of the star and how that looks differently than an X in a written equation. So let's look at an equation that uses a star. And the equation at the top of your screen says 2 times the quantity 3 star plus 1 has the same value or equals 2 star plus 10. So you'll notice that this equation is going to use a distributive property. So we're going to need to distribute this 2 to everything in parentheses. So we're going to need 2 of the 3 stars and 2 groups of 1, which ultimately means we're going to need 6 stars plus 2 times 1, which is 2. And then on the other side of the equation, we'll just have 2 stars plus 10. When we set this up, we're going to take our what's in parentheses first, 3 of the stars, 1, 2, 3, plus a 1. And then we're going to do that twice. So we'll need 1, 2, 3 more stars and a 1. On the other side of the equation, we have 2 stars and a 10. Now, because the stars use the same legal moves that we've already learned from the X-Men, we can now just go ahead and start solving by taking away a star from each side and then doing that again. There are no more stars on the right side of my pan balance, so I can't take any more stars away, but I do have number cubes on both sides. So I can take the smallest number cube away. I can take a 1 from this side, and then I can take 1 away from the right side, and then I can take another 1 away from the left side and take 1 away from 9. This now leaves me with 4 stars is equal to 8. So I'm asking myself 4 times what is equal to 8? 4 times 2 is equal to 8, so star has a value of 2. Remember to complete the check to make sure you didn't make any mistakes. And when you do the check, go back to the original equation. In the original equation, I had 3 stars plus 1. I'm going to move this one out of the way. 3 stars plus 1. And then I had that twice. So another 3 stars and a 1. And then on the right-hand side, I had 2 stars and a 10. Anywhere I have a star, I'm going to plug in a 2 because that's the value that I think the star is equal to. So I'm going to put 2s on all the stars here. And now I'm just going to add up the left-hand side and the right-hand side. So I see 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14. And then the right-hand side, we have 2 plus 2, 4 plus 10 is also 14. So our check, both sides are equal to 14. So we've confirmed that star does have a value of 2 in this equation. Here's another example, and you're encouraged to pause the video and try this on your own. This problem says 5 star minus 2 star is equal to a star plus 8. So I'm going to go ahead and set that up. 5 stars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But then it says minus 2 stars, so I'm going to take 2 away. 1, 2. And that's equal to star plus 8. Now we're ready to solve. We can take a star away from each side. We now have 2 stars equals 8. So 2 times what equals 8? 2 times 4 equals 8. Star equals 4. I'll set up the equation back to its original form 5 stars minus 2 stars equals star plus 8. Substitute 4 for each one of the stars and evaluate both sides. 4, 8, 12. And then the other side, 4 plus 8 is also 12. So our check confirms this star does equal 4 in this equation. And here's one last example. We have 3 plus 2 stars equals 2 stars minus star plus 4. This would be a good time to pause the video and try it on your own. I'm going to set this up. 3 plus 2 stars is equal to 2 stars minus 1 star, so take 1 away, plus 4. Now I can go ahead and make my legal moves. I see a star on each side, and I see cubes on each side. I'm going to take away the smaller value cube, so subtract 3 from both sides. 4 minus 3 is equal to 1, so therefore star is equal to 1. To check, set up the original equation. 3 plus 2 stars equals 2 stars minus 1 star plus 4. And substitute the value that we think the star is equal to, which is 1. And then evaluate both sides. On the left-hand side, we have 3 plus 1 plus 1, 5. And the right-hand side, 1 plus 4, 5. So our check, 5 equals 5, proves that star does equal 1. To recap, in this lesson, you are introduced to a new game piece, the white pawn, which we call star, and that star is represented by an X with a horizontal line through it. And the star follows exactly the same rules for legal moves as the blue pawn, the X-Man.